Hey Libra, I'm David. Welcome to my channel. Here to do your Celtic Cross reading for the month of August. Let's go ahead and shuffle it right in. Let's see what's going on with you. As a quick reminder, this is a general reading, so I might not pick up energy for everyone, but if it does resonate, please um, feel free to take it. If it does not, please remember to leave it here. Starting off, you are showing up as the Three of Wands in reverse. Crossing you is the Two of Pentacles. What they're suggesting you should focus on. Cups. In your recent past. Two of Swords in reverse. What's showing up as your strength. We have the Page of Wands. What's happening in your near future? We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Four of Wands in reverse as your suggested approach. Have the Ace of Pentacles is what else you need to know. We have the Fool card in reverse as your hopes or fear. Closing it out. This one. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and your potential future. So let's go ahead and tie all this in, see what's happening here. So starting off, Libra, you're showing up or you're coming through as the Three of Wands in reverse. Playing small, lack of planning, lack of foresight, unexpected delays, obstacles to long-term goals. Crossing you is the multiple priorities, time management. I mean, the Two of Pentacles crossing you, time management, multiple priorities, adaptability, balancing decisions. Mm, you know, I do feel like in this sense, Libra, these two coordinate in the sense of the you showing up as a Three of Wands, which overall gives me like a feel or energy of someone that could have like multiple interests, and you're dibbling or dabbling a little bit in everything, right? This typically I feel like this is a typically like a younger type of energy, whereas once someone that's like 18 or just a brand new adult who doesn't really know what they want to be master, right? And I feel like with the Two of Pentacles in a sense is also confirming that where you're just here and there, you're just doing so much, you have your hands in so many things, and it's just really making it a little more challenging for you to like laser focus on a certain craft that you want to master overall. What you're being asked or suggested to focus on is the Ten of Cups, which is like an overall suggestion that you should try to at least go in a direction that makes you feel more fulfilled. Like something like fulfillment, like something that you get a little more joy out of. Like if you eliminate like some of the factors of say like now it's gonna sound weird for me to say this, but like I had to do this my own way. Like say if you had to eliminate say the aspect of earning money, what would be something that you wouldn't mind doing for free now, and in hopes that in the future you get paid greatly for. Like what is something that you really have like a core interest in doing, where you just don't mind doing it because you actually enjoy doing it. So maybe that's a suggestion that you should think about it if you do find yourself having multiple interests, or you're not multiple interests, but you're not really sure which direction you want to go. Maybe you could try that approach to see what what you decide on, what you really have a passion for. That should help decide what you really have a passion for, help identify that. In your recent past, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Lesser or two evils, on no right choice, confliction. Yeah, I feel like this is like in a sense of like you juggling, you already like came to realize that everything that you, at least the things that you've been doing, all of them or most of them have their like their cons, and this in addition to their pros, everything has their cons. So that's sort of reason why you kind of just been haven't really been too laser focused on a specific trait, because you are aware that everything has its negative aspects to it. So that's why you've been like dabbling here and there to really try to identify what you'll be willing to deal with in a sense. Showing up as your strengths, we have the Page of Wands, inspiration, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit. Maybe that's why, and maybe that's why you've been juggling too, because maybe you have multiple sides of you, and you have a bunch of different skill sets that makes you able to go in any direction, Libra. But this should also, another way to think about this is that this also confirms that you can actively choose on which one you want to master, and know that you will be good at it. In your near future, we have the Nine of Swords. Anxiety, worry, fear, fear, desperation, nightmares, anxiety, I'm not gonna try to, happy, hopelessness, trauma, despair. Um, I think I understand it from a perspective of you you might feel that or believe that you it's better for you to keep all these different things up and going, especially if you are like currently earning money from all of them, um because you don't want to see any, you don't want to see any dip in your income. So that's kind of what I'm getting from the Nine of Swords, is like maybe you're spread so thin because everything that you're doing is actively earning you a paycheck. So you kind of don't want to drop anything, and there's a little bit of fear like, if I let this go, what happens if it doesn't, like, say if you let some things go or die down, and the thing or things that you continue to do, what if they decline, you're worried that it might be a bad decision of yours. um then we're moving on. We have the Four of Wands in reverse as your suggested approach. Personal celebration, inner harmony, conflict with others, lack of support, breakdown in communication, home conflicts, or transition. Now I feel like, again, with the Four of Wands in reverse, I'm overall just still getting like the energy or the suggestion that it'd be better for you to literally try to focus on the things that you get the most, as like the most fulfillment or joy out of doing. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be directly connected to what earns you the biggest paycheck. I know that is a key factor for a lot of people. Trust me, I understand that. Um, but I don't know. I kind of in my belief, I feel like any professions that anybody does now, some things might take longer to come to fruition, where you might just have to put like you have to deal with like being um I guess not being paid what you feel like you owe for like for a season or for a short time, but the longer you put in the work, you just should gradually see like some increases in pay. So I just believe that no matter how something starts doesn't necessarily means how something is going to end. So if you're just worried or you just want to make sure you maximize or you earn the best or the most money possible. I feel like this is just confirming. Don't let that be the only thing that drives you in your decision making. Try to connect to something that you really have a deep passion for. Um, then we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up as what else you need to know: abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career or financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity. Yeah, I feel like that's like to me that's confirming what I just said. Like no matter what you do, it's gonna it's gonna work out for you. I think especially if you lead with passion, because at least in my belief, when you connect or start to do something that you have a at your core interest in, you could have a more, I guess, not obligation, but interest to make sure you're helpful or you master or you like you step into that role of really caring about your craft versus just doing something for a paycheck, which I find a lot of people unfortunately do find themselves in. So if you're able to connect with something that really makes you happy, I feel like it will take that thought of just doing something solely for a paycheck. Then moving on, we have the Fool in reverse as your hope or fear, holding back, indecision, hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, bad choices. So obviously, to me, that's something that you are going to be concerned about because you never know. Like you don't want to make the the bad choice in the sense of like you don't want to maybe you're interested in something that's like more like say in the arts realm of things, and historically we know like people in who master or study in arts is not a lot of job options out there. But the way things are now, Libra, is I feel that that is something like that mentality is a little bit outdated because as we know, there's social media now where people who master in the arts, they can just post their work online and draw attention. I just think that limitation or that self-limiting belief is something that's kind of outdated. So if that is something that you're have a heavy interest in, maybe you just need to think differently than like just working for a corporation or a company. You just have to be prepared to also be like an entrepreneur and just be the driver of your own vehicle that's leading you to your final goal or destination, meaning that maybe you just have to be prepared to post your own work online and draw your own attention and to create your own business. So stepping into that entrepreneur type of energy so that you don't have to be solely dependent on what values or trying to get a job working on behalf or for someone else. And then closing it out, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse as your potential future. Greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self protection. Now, I'm trying to find the best way to close it. Like, well, how what came to me, because I know some people might interpret greediness as like a negative aspect. But if you're like, if that's what's motivating you to like be ambitious and chase out the like more success, more money, by all means, like let that be your driver. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel that this with the way this is like going, or the way I feel like this read and flow, it kind of makes me feel like you're gonna have success in whatever you're gonna do, but and meaning success in the sense that you're gonna have a lot of people who's gonna desire your work or your skill sets. So you're gonna you I don't think the fear of not being able to be successful should be a thing. As long as you're pushing yourself and you stand, active in whatever you decide to work in or do. I just feel like with the Four of Pentacles, you might get a little bit addicted to the money or the success, and you probably want more and more and more and more, and it might just be a little bit of like red flag. Like don't go too crazy with like once you start to experience your success, because it definitely seems like you're gonna achieve it. You're gonna be tempted to also spend more, right? And then just be careful that you don't set yourself up for this like reoccurring cycle where you're buying more stuff, and because you're buying some more stuff, you feel like you need to earn more to repay what you just bought for. So overall, I understand like the challenges of you guys trying to decide what you want to do. You definitely seem like you're multi-talented, but as the cards have shown, it suggested that you focus on something that you care a little more about, and ultimately you're gonna be successful in what you're gonna do. Just be careful that you don't spend too much, because you're gonna possibly set yourself up to be on this hamster wheel of you're spending more and now you need to earn more, and it's just a constant recycle that you might be setting yourself up for. So this is what I picked up for you guys. Let me know how you feel about it. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, or subscribing to the channel. Besides that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.